What if female Deku was Charlotte Linlin, also known as Big Mom? We start this what if off when Big Mom is falling into the pits of the earth, essentially, to where she had, died. Her Haki had vanished from the world as well as her soul. But because she ate the soul devil fruit, she was given the one thing because she had managed to awaken this devil fruit upon her death, allowing her soul to transfer to another. But her soul got transferred not to the same dimension, but to a different one, into a small child with green hair, also known as Izumi. As she was born, and of course, Inko Midoriya in this what if is actually really rich. She runs a whole on company or two, and it's actually a food company. She delivers the sweets throughout Japan and is one of the most brilliant businesswomen in Japan. The Midoriya Sweet Business is what it's called. As Izumi would grow up, of course, still having the mindset of Big Mom, as she retains most of her memories from her previous life. But growing up with Inko Midoriya, a kind mother, Big Mom admired Inko Midoriya, as she would treat her with kindness, the same kindness as Mother Teresa had treated her. Now, of course, she would go to the Quark Doctor, and they would say, she's quarkless, same as in canon. She still has the devil fruit power of the soul fruit. As Big Mom would know that she still had the powers of the soul fruit. As she would, essentially one day, go to the fireplace and make Prometheus. Oh, it was Mother Camilla. Sorry, not Mother Teresa, Mother Camilla. As she had grabbed the fire and basically made Prometheus. Hey, Mama. It's been a while. Ah, Prometheus. It's been a while. But do tell me, what do you think of this place? As he looks around. I don't know, Mama. But why are you like this? Apparently I've gotten reincarnated. So what's the plan? Are we going to ravage the town? Loot for more candy, food? Possibly burn some villages? For now, no. I'm simply just going to live here with my mother, Inko Midoriya. I'm now Izumi Midoriya. But Mama, what about the search for the One Piece? We are not in my dimension by the seemings of it. There's no Marines at all. No Marines? Yes. Then what are we going to do, Mama? For now, I'll figure out what else to do. I'll see how long it takes. Maybe this world has some treasures I can gather. But for now, as then a bell rings. Izumi, dinner time. Ooh, dinner time. Hide Prometheus. As Prometheus would go back into the fireplace. As Big Mom would run towards the table. You hear? As Izumi responds, Yes, Mother, I just arrived. As she would sit down. I got your favorite, as it would just be some pastries and some good old steak, some regular fancy dinner. As of course, Big Mom would love it, as she's eating it really well. So, Mom, how was work today? It was quite busy actually. We had a tall amount of orders for across the sea, and also with the current boats being attacked by, villains on sea. The heroes are doing their best to try to resolve the matter, but it has cut profit in half quite a bit. Really? I'm sorry to see this, as we get a little bit preview of what she's thinking in her mind. Who dares to mess with Mama's business? as she would still act like the same old innocent Izumi. Now, dear, I'm going to have to leave for a couple days, so the butler will definitely take care of you. It's just a little bit of a business trip. All right, Mother. Please be careful. And will there be plenty of sweets? Why, of course. I have riddled the fridge with plenty of sweets for you, as well as other food. And if not, the butler can surely get some more. Isn't that right? Vander? As the butler named Vander comes out. Of course, ma'am. Is this an old butler with a gray beard and a gray mustache and gray hair? I can surely get the food that Miss Izumi needs, especially if it costs a bit of a price. Good. Now, why don't you go to bed? It's about your bedtime, Izumi. Yes, Mother. As she would go up and head to her room. She sure is mature for her age, as Izumi's like 6. She is, ma'am, but sometimes there are phases in their life where children can be more mature. After all, you were quite mature when you were younger growing up, ma'am. Thank you, Vander, for the compliment. Again, are you going to tell her about her father? No. It's not the time to mention anything about him, especially after the last conversation I had with him. You can't just hide this forever. You know very well that she will eventually find out who her father is. Yes, I'm aware. But just take care of her while I'm on this business trip. Of course, ma'am. I won't let a single hair on her head be harmed. After all, as he turns a little bit of a thing around on his outfit, I did used to be part of the Special Forces. Then I trust you to take care of her while I'm gone. Of course. As Inka would leave. As we go back to Izumi, who had just gone into her room. As she would go to the fireplace. As Prometheus would come out. So, Mama, what's the plan? Well, apparently someone's been stopping my mother's business, and I can't have that. But I need a way to travel around. Use me, Mama. I can simply just travel around. As much as that would be a good idea, I'm going to need Zeus. Why him, Mama? He betrayed us so many times. Yes, but unfortunately, Zeus is part of my soul, and I definitely need to recreate him, and especially he won't betray me again. As her eyes seemingly light like a fire, or he will know the consequences. As Prometheus smiles, of course, Mama. As, well, it happens to be doing a light thunderstorm as she would ride on Prometheus up into the clouds. As she would grab the clouds and basically grabs her soul and infuses it with the cloud, making Zeus. As Zeus would turn around, Mama? Hello, Zeus. You're still not mad at me, right? No, I'm not mad. Although, you do that again, I will surely punish you even worse than last time. Yes, Mama, as Zeus looks away. Now I have a task for you two. As, well, Prometheus would take Izumi back to her room. I need you to, take care of some nuisances that's happening to my mama's company. Destroy them and don't leave a single one of them left alive. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Mama. Of course, Mama. Now get going. As they would basically fly out the window towards their destination. As then she would hear a knock at the door. Young miss, are you in there? As Izumi would get in bed. Yes? As the butler would enter. So why are you here, Van? Well, I came to check on you, ma'am. After all. So, Why did you need to check on me? Your mother is going to be leaving for a few days, as she had told you. Now, of course, I will be supplying you with a lot of food. And of course, all that. You do have quite the sweet tooth, as he then secretly gives out a piece of candy towards Izumi. Don't tell your mother. You're not supposed to have candy after bed. As a big mom, Izumi would grab the candy and eat it. Thank you, Vander. Why, of course. After all, I've been taking care of you and your mother since she was a child. Well, I do appreciate that. But you had to come in here for something else, right? Of course, of course. Your mother won't be back for quite some time, so I thought I might take you somewhere special. After all, there are going to be quite a few things happening lately. Like I was thinking maybe I could give you a tour of UA. No. There's no need. After all, I'll just go there when I'm older to see what all the fuss is about that. I hear Mom and a lot of other people talking about it. Like praising it even. Yes, it is the #1 hero school here in Japan. Although they are also one of our most profitable business partners, bear in mind. They are? Yes. A little trade secret your mother that I know from your mother. Nezu has quite a soft spot for tea. So we have a lot of our tea sent over to, UA. Well, tea is delicious. As he pours a cup, would you like some? Yes, please, as she would take the cup before drinking it. Now, could you tell me anything else about the heroes? Well, a lot of them have their own moral codes, essentially. They also do protect the safety, and all that, but some have their own agendas. I personally don't trust Endeavor, the second #1 hero currently. His agenda seems to be all over the place. All Might is a very good fellow, I have to say. There's not a seemingly evil or remotely untrusting quality about the man. The other heroes goes as said. Well, thank you for informing me. Oh, and one more thing before I leave. When you get up in the morning, there may or may not be a lot of sweets waiting for you at the table. Thank you, Vander. Why, of course, as he would smile before thumbs upping before leaving the room and closing the door. As we go to Prometheus and Zeus. Remember, Zeus, I still have not forgiven you for betraying Mama. Yeesh, Prometheus. At least I'm just trying to do something here to help Mama. You better not betray us again, or I'll make sure I devour you. Of course. Now, just make sure that you get this done correctly. I'll be observing. As they're approaching above the water, they had gone for miles. And, they've reached where they were basically following one of the ships that was sending the supplies to America. As they would see some boats heading towards it. Hey, there they are, Zeus. Go get them. As they were like little pirate boats where some villains were just to steal the shipment. As Zeus would seemingly become a lightning cloud before zapping lightning, hitting all the boats but missing, the vessel that was carrying all the food supplies towards America. As Prometheus is watching, so you can be useful for something. As the lightning strike would hit another one of those small boats, seemingly blowing it up. As this is confusing a lot of the staff on board. And there was a few heroes because Izumi or Inko did hire a few heroes to accompany to try to settle this problem. As they were confused, as it seemingly wandered into a lightning storm. That's what they're guessing. So, Zeus had finished basically zapping the rest of the boats. There, are you happy, Prometheus? Very. Although I would love to burn some up. Roast them, would say. But we should get back to Mama. Yes, now come on. As they would, go back to Mama. As the next morning, as Izumi gets up, as she would get up, ready to go downstairs, as Prometheus and Zeus had flown back in, all tired. Hey, Mama, do you mind if we sleep? It's, as Prometheus yawns, we were out there all night. Sure thing, Prometheus and Zeus. Take a quick nap. I'm going to enjoy some breakfast. As she would go downstairs. And Vander was sitting there waiting with some food. Again, thank you, Vander. No problem, miss. I made sure to prepare it for you, as usual. I even added a little bit more to your meal this time, just while your mother's not around. Thank you. As she would enjoy the meal, she would very much enjoy the meal. As the years would go by, as, of course, she also added Napoleon, the hat. As she would basically become the heir to the company and all that, essentially. As Inko Midoriya had a lot of business trips. Now, Charlotte Linlin Deku is still wondering what's the big fuss about UA, so she plans to go there. As she's currently, at the entrance. In a van at the entrance. Alright, miss, you have a nice day taking the entrance exam. I'll be waiting for you, and you should be done by at least, say 6 o'clock. I will wait here until then. Again, if you need to, I will call your mother. But I do feel sorry that she could not make it for this day. I understand, after all, mother cannot always make it to these sorts of events with all of her business meetings. Very smart. Now, I'm going to have to stop by the store to pick some things up. Would you like anything while I'm gone and you're taking the exam, Izumi? If you could get some of those delicious honey buns, please. Very well, I'll pick some up while I'm out. As Big Mom would get out of the car and be in front of UA. And that is the end of What If Female Deku Was Charlotte Linlin, Big Mom, Part 1.